There's no shortage of pantries here in Hardin County. However, there's been a shortage of food.
Food pantries are struggling to keep up with the demand in Kentuckiana, but two operators told us neighbors have actually stepped up to help. And around Fort Knox, we saw nearly empty restaurants, and in Elizabethtown, some families have had to turn to food banks for the first time.
WHS 11's Conroy Deluche and photojournalist Jessica Farley tonight show us how the community is working to meet this moment.
This here is our thrift store.
Shopping that's more budget-friendly than a dollar store.
Each item, 50 cents a piece. So I love it in here. There have been people find some awesome things in here.
Helping Hand of Hope in Elizabethtown aims to be a resource for those in need across Hardin County.
We have our Beds for Children program for those that have children that aren't sleeping on a bed.
And of course,
so this is our food pantry.
There are relatively stocked shelves.
We kind of have it set up to where we go from our vegetables to our soups. We've got our cereals.
But as Thanksgiving approaches, the number of families in need continues to grow.
It's actually a little more, especially here in the last month or so, that has definitely skyrocketed.
Jaquita Jones says they're seeing around 100 more families than this time last year as they search for more Turkey Day staples.
Our carrots, mashed potatoes, whether you call it stuffing, you call it dressing, we need those items.
The shelves at E-Town's Emmanuel Baptist Church are also emptying faster than usual compared to 2024.
We had about 9 people coming through the food pantry in a week. This year, same time period, there was 22 in a week.
Demand has risen to the point that Senior Pastor Chris Workman says the pantry now restricts access to only families who live in E-Town, and they even shut down for a couple of days last month to restock.
We can do what we can. We know we're limited, but we try to do all that the Lord will let us do.
Both pantries say their neighbors are stepping up, helping to feed families as the weather gets colder and the holidays approach. And of course, both pantries are not far from Fort Knox, which is such an economic driver for Hardin County and the surrounding areas. So Jones is hoping that with the post fully operational once again, that money and spending will trickle down for families.
Well, during the government shutdown, we know SNAP benefits were halted. WIC, of course, with that. We saw the governor's staff working actually overnight, Friday night into Saturday morning, to get SNAP restored. So are people getting the money back on their cards?
Yeah, Governor Beshear said as soon as he was going to get the green light from the federal government that they were going to start seeing that. And he posted it on Saturday morning that eligible Kentuckians should have seen the funds loaded back onto the SNAP cards. There's about 600,000 people in Kentucky who rely on SNAP benefits. So that's a lot of families who are impacted by the payments. Now, as for Indiana, those were reportedly issued on Sunday. Back to you guys.
Some good news. Thank you. Appreciate that.